Breaking news coming in this afternoon. The NPA has given a new deadline to President Jacob Zuma to file fresh representations in the 783 charges case. The president now has until January 30th to file his representations. Zuma earlier had been given till November 30th to file fresh representations in the 783 charges case. This is breaking news coming through this afternoon. And to give us further details now, we are joined by ANN7 reporter Valerie Robinson. She joins us live from the ANN7 newsroom. Good afternoon to you, Valerie. Can you just give us more details of these latest developments, please?
Good afternoon to you and to the viewers at home. Yes, this breaking news just coming in. Now, like you said, originally the president had until the 30th of November to submit this, but according to him and letters that were submitted to the NPA, he was not able to consult with his lawyers until the 30th of December. And the NPA have also cited multiple reasons for granting this extension, including public interest, the importance of the matter, the complexity of the matter, and in the letter response from the NPA to the president granting this extension, they also note that the long history behind this, so definitely adding to the complexity of these over 700 charges. Now, we know the president, in his request to have this extension, asked for the extension till the 19th of February. Now, the NPA haven't granted him that much time. They have given him till the end of January to do this. And in their letter, they have also said that they will not give another extension and that this is final. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether the documents and the responses will be filed in time.
Very much, Valerie. Let's leave it there for now. We will be checking in with you with regards to the story to hear if there are any further developments and details. That was ANN7 reporter Valerie Robinson joining us live from the ANN7 newsroom, just giving us details with regards to this breaking news. The NPA has given a new deadline to President Jacob Zuma to file fresh representations in the 783 charges case. For further reaction now, we are joined by the Democratic Alliance Federal Executive Chairman, Mr. James Self, joins us on the phone line as well. Good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you for joining us here on ANN7. Just your reaction to the NPA's decision.
Well, we find it very curious and very disappointing because, in fact, the issue is not as complex as it might seem. The 783 charges remain unaltered from the charges that were put to President Zuma in 2007. In 2007, he made representations as to why those charges should be dropped. Those representations were considered by the then NDPP and were turned down. Now, the only material thing that has changed in the intervening period is, of course, the length of time, which may or may not be a material consideration, but that delay was very largely self-inflicted in the sense that it was the president himself who went to court time after time after time to try and have these charges squashed. So really the only thing that his legal team needs to address itself to is, has the effluxion of time made any difference to the seriousness of the charges? We would say no, but certainly they are not complicated, they're not in any way convoluted. It's a simple question of, were the representations made in 2007 still valid in 2017?
Mr. Self, you did mention that you are of the view that this, the new deadline is somewhat disappointing. Just talk us through where that disappointment creeps in.
You see, this matter has, as you know, dragged on for a very, very long time. The DA has been in court since 2009 in an attempt to have these charges reinstated for the very simple reason that we believe that everybody in South Africa, no matter what their position, is equal before the law. And for that reason, we have pursued this through 7 different courts in the country. And we finally get to a situation where the Supreme Court of Appeal says, and Zuma himself admits, that the dropping of the charges were irrational, and therefore, by implication, the charges are reinstated. Then a new avenue of delay gets established. that of giving representations. And then we find that the representations have to be in by the 30th of November. We then write to the national director and say to him, please tell us, has he delivered them? Eventually, we get a letter yesterday to say, no, he's given him an extension. Now, it is part of a pattern, and the pattern is called delay, 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 delay. And really, that is not in the interests of justice in South Africa. And what should have happened is that President Zuma should have been arraigned, the charges should have been put to him, and then and only then should he have been given the opportunity to make representation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Self, for your time this afternoon, sharing your views with us. We appreciate you talking to us. That was the DA Federal Executive Chairman, Mr. James Self, joining us on the phone line, just giving reaction to this breaking news coming through that the NPA has given a new deadline to President Jacob Zuma to file fresh representations in the 783 charges case. Stay tuned to ANN7 for further details, developments and discussions. But we are going to take a quick break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay with us.